Hello, I'm Joe McCarthy, Technical Evangelist at Catchpoint, and in this Tip Tuesday entry, I want to build upon what I talked about in Series 1, Synthetic Monitoring the Catchpoint Way. In this video, I'll reinforce the monitoring perspective needed, along with a deeper dive into the components required in order to provide an effective digital experience monitoring solution to ensure your customers truly are happy. So as we've all heard, Digital Experience Monitoring, or DEM, is all the rage, and for good reason. It promises to bridge the visibility gap found in today's traditional APM, NPM, and ITIM monitoring tools by incorporating the actual end user experience into the equation. Now, those silo-based tools are good at their specific function, and many vendors market that they have a DEM solution, but in reality, they're just using the same metrics from the same network telemetry and rebranding it DEM. As I spoke about in Series 1 video, end users, whether they're revenue-generating customers or employees, they're accessing your services across a variety of locations and from a global perspective. And to get to your services located in the cloud and/or data centers, they must traverse the internet. Now remember, the internet is made up of many components, like the last mile, first mile backbone providers, and add-on services like DNS, CDN, and security providers, and any third-party players. This is what we call the application delivery chain. Now, if you want to understand what the actual end users are experiencing, you must monitor from the user's perspective in, as this is the actual way the traffic is flowing. Unfortunately, most all DEM vendors use the cloud and data center out to the user's perspective, which is not at all what the true user traffic is doing. First and foremost, make sure your monitoring tool is providing the correct perspective when talking about end user experience monitoring. So as you can see, there's a ton of complexity between the end users and your systems, which is why Catchpoint has come up with what we call the 4 pillars of digital experience monitoring. These 4 pillars support the end user experience, and it all starts with availability. So is it up and running, but is it available to all? Next is reachability. If you see your stuff is up, but your customers can't reach it, well, you failed. So now all is up and reachable. You need to make sure everything is performing well. And it's more than just monitoring your specific cloud applications. You need to monitor all those areas we spoke about earlier: last mile, backbone, DNS, and other services. All must be performing well and at the same time. And finally, there's reliability. You need to make sure availability, reachability, and performance are all happening well over time. So as you can see, if you depend on traditional monitoring methods, they'll leave a ton of blind spots. To eliminate those blind spots and provide effective DEM, you must monitor according to the real world and with a user-centric focus. And that requires covering all 4 pillars of end user experience. To do this, there are several must-haves for an effective digital experience monitoring strategy. To start, you need to monitor real users and understand what they're experiencing, as this really is the whole point, as you don't want your customers or users telling you there's a problem. You need 24/7 proactive monitoring. This monitoring needs to be robotic in nature, continuously monitoring all the systems. This testing must be from everywhere, because that's where your customers' users are. They're global. Testing everywhere is great, but you must also test everything. This is the application delivery chain. Don't leave any blind spots. And of course, you'll need a comprehensive set of test types, digging deeply into all the components that affect your end users. To do this, you'll need advanced API capabilities to get to that data and make it available for analysis. So now you have the data, what do you do with it? The data you do collect must be complete and granular. You don't want aggregated data, as this is to guarantee you'll miss something. Having this raw data ensures you'll have accurate results and minimize any false positives. Of course, this requires big data, and digging through this can be daunting, so you must have advanced analytics and charting capabilities to make this data usable. And finally, you must be able to do all of this within the SaaS world, as this is probably the biggest blind spot of all. Now that we've discussed the effective digital experience monitoring must-haves, we need to talk about the only solution that covers all of them. And that's Catchpoint. Only Catchpoint can provide this level of end user monitoring. There are many solutions out there that claim to provide DEM, but it's only a subset of what it takes to provide effective digital experience monitoring. Thanks for watching. For more information on how Catchpoint Solutions can provide you effective digital experience monitoring, please visit the link provided. And be on the lookout for upcoming Tip Tuesday video series.